I know what you're thinking to yourself, 𝗙𝐾𝐾𝐻, you look like an unemployed pimp trying to collect PPP loans, and you would be correct. Now, I am a YouTube grazer. More than television, more than anything else, I submerge myself in watching YouTube content that is pretty much outside of my space. Now, GQ has a couple of series. One is On the Rocks, which I love because it's pertaining to jewelry. I have a jewelry channel, so it kind of coincides, and I like to see what all these rappers spend their obnoxious amounts of money on. And they also have their Essentials line, where celebrities, athletes, rappers, and all the fucking guests are pretty much showing their daily travel shit. And usually, at least 80% of them have fragrance in their shit. So I've selected 5 snippets of GQ Essentials showing fragrance that I'm gonna be reacting to today. Let's roll my motherfucking music so we can get into these essentials and see if they're essentially good. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. So I'm not going to be playing the whole episodes because that's going to take forever, and Lord knows I'm probably going to get copyright blocked or I can't monetize this video, but it is what it is. So I've narrowed it down to 5 snippets of 5 different shows that I've seen, of ones that I thought that were pretty interesting and I think you guys would enjoy. So the first one we're going to be reacting to is a snippet of Lil Durk's Essentials joint, which was a very interesting fragrance choice that he had in mind. Let's go.
Savage, my Dior clone for me.
He chose Dior Savage. Lil Durk, my guy. I know maybe none of your songs, but clearly you look quite successful and you chose Dior Savage. Now, I'm not saying he should have selected fragrance based on his bank account. It should obviously be what you enjoy to wear and what you like to smell like, but Savage? Okay.
Keep with me 24/7. Smell good.
It's a magnetic cap, fam. Why are you screwing it in? Don't screw. No threads. It's magnetic. The shit's closed. What are you doing?
Never know what you gonna run into. Growing up, I just used to just wash up and that was it. Until I started knowing the importance of hygiene, so I like cologne, flossing, get my teeth clean. You know what I'm saying?
Now, he said when he was younger, all he did was take a shower and book it. And that happens with a lot of youth when they're not grown up into the space of fragrance. They just lather up, use a little Irish Spring or whatever the fuck they got, usually the bar of soap, rub it all over yourself without a washcloth and keep it pushing. Me, that is very foreign. I'm a person who grew up with cologne all the time, everywhere in the house. I had all kinds of liquid juices running all over me. Pause.
I just like to smell good. Like 24/7, no matter what. It's like a rich smell. Like you come from the trenches, just change your life around type of smell.
How many sprays do you use?
This, I gotta act like I'm getting dressed. It's like 12.
12 sprays of Dior Savage. Clearly this gentleman has never been in a boardroom in his life and doesn't care about choking people out around him, but yo, go ahead, do what you do. So clearly Lil Durk's signature fragrance is Dior Savage, which looks like the EDT version, which is a great fragrance. It's a little bit more youthful. He might be on the younger side, wants to turn up in the club, in the scene. He is a rapper, so he wants something to perform very well. And this is a fragrance that does perform well. My experience is, you know, maybe when he starts getting a little bit more knowledge in the fragrance space, he'll deviate from something like a Dior Savage and step into the niche realm a little bit more. Not saying that anything's wrong with designer, but just Dior Savage, it's a little saturated. But wear what you want. Let's go now to Dwight Howard's Essentials.
I always like to smell good. I always want to leave a good scent when I leave people.
Now, before we continue, we see a nice little setup by Dwight Howard. This is a gentleman who likes luxury and expensive goods. What we're looking at here from right to left looks like Louis Vuitton's Les Sables Roses, which is an oud rose combination fragrance that's a little bit peppery. It's nice. It's not amazing, but it's very nice. And then we got the Baccarat Rouge Extrait de Parfum, that red, one that has a little hitch in its giddy up. And then we have, I always mispronounce this shit and I have it here somewhere. 𝐿'𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐼 or 𝐿'𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐿𝐼. I can't pronounce this shit. I could barely afford the fucking thing, but it's also a sweet little fragrance. And then we have MFK's Oud.
Good scent when I leave people. Like, man, you smell good. Whew. I use them for all occasions, even when I'm playing basketball. So before the game, I actually take about 3 sprays and put it on. So I've had referees and other players come to me and say, hey man, what you got on, man? You smell good.
Cap, there's no referee that's gonna, yo, stop double drip. You smell good. Bitch, what is that, Louis Vuitton? You smelling amazing, and you got other players that are guarding you and shit, smelling like 13 dudes in a hot Greek sauna, and they're telling you how delicious you smell. They're asking you your fragrance recommendations while you got 3 seconds on the shot clock? Cap.
I didn't tell them my secret, but I guess now the secret is out. It's the cologne.
You can't tell them your secret.
Out of these four, this is the original. This is the one that kind of started everything, the 𝗙𝗂𝗏, the original.
Now, I'm assuming he means that that's the original fragrance that got him into the fragrance space, because that isn't the original Baccarat Rouge. That's the X-Straight version. That's the bougier version. That's the fancier one. That's the one with more balls and power, which is a great fragrance, super popular, and a bunch of dudes and women wear this joint.
Oh my God, it's so, I can't describe it. It's just heaven. I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven. That's what it smells like when I spray this cologne. I feel like I'm in heaven.
Well, okay then. Well, shout out to you, kind sir, because you're in heaven, because you look like you just had an orgasm on camera and you might be canceled. Now, the next person that we're going to be talking about has exquisite taste in fragrance, according to this film. This gentleman goes by the name of 𝐌𝐵N Corday, and truth be told, have no idea who you are, sir, but just on this fragrance choice, but I do have a question. Let's play this shit.
African leather, I can't pronounce this.
African Leather by Memo. Unbelievable. I have my bottle over there. Now, two things. One, I've never seen the entire gold bottle or rectangular gold bottle of African Leather. I mean, I might be missing out. Maybe it's a bigger size. Well, it might be a bigger size. It doesn't look taller. It does look beefier in width, but I've never seen it in all gold. African Leather is an amazing, I repeat, amazing fragrance. It's been on numerous lists of mine, and it's fucking stellar. If you're looking for the absolute of leather fragrances, you absolutely have to try this out, but I've never seen it in gold bottle, and I need it.
Can't pronounce this French word, but this is my cologne. Not even my cologne, but it's my cologne. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always wear this shit. You smell your boy, guaranteed it's the African leather. Or whatever sound the cheetah makes. This cheetah looks deadly, like he'll f your ass up.
What was that?
Hold on. I do it on the wrist, on the neck. Then,
what are you doing?
Do that, This is what you do with cologne. Rub it on your hands, on the wrist. Put it on you like it's lotion. You know what I'm saying? Have it a part of your embodiment.
Okay, guy. Number one, the atomizer is there to properly distribute and spray the fragrance all over you so you don't have to do such buffoonery. Don't do that. You don't spray it on your hands and wrists and shit and then start rubbing it over you like lotion. That you don't do. Do this long enough and you start heating up the fragrance. You're already fucking with it. You're just changing it. You're not allowing it to do its thing on your skin and letting the pH levels just fucking marinate. Don't rub it on your skin. Use the atomizer. That spray doesn't spray straight. It opens up, it sprays, it atomizes, it spritz all over. You can get the same effect if you just spray, keep it a little bit further. It'll just engulf you a little bit more. You don't have to rub it on yourself like baby oil. That's not what this is about. Have a great fragrance. Don't fuck it up. Next one. Now the next one is 𝗙cie or 𝗙cie Montgomery from the show Stranger Things. Great show. Let's check his shit out.
I dare give away this secret. This is the best cologne you will ever smell in your life. It's Tom Ford Black Orchid. It smells so...
Big statement. Now what you're looking at there is Tom Ford's Black Orchid Eau de Parfum. A beautiful fragrance. It is a slightly misunderstood fragrance as it does have some qualities that I feel you have to get used to and really test out on your skin to see if it's for you. It's not one of those fragrances that you automatically smell and are really drawn to or really like. It's one of these fragrances that you really have to test out on your skin because it might lean a little bit feminine and the fragrance notes are a little bit challenging. But on me personally, I think it's a stellar fragrance. Smells way better on my wife. And I think on females, it just tends to have this sexy power about it. But it is a glorious fragrance. I'm not gonna hold you against that.
It smells so like woody and sweet. It's kind of masculine and feminine at the same time. It's the best unisex scent. I've even got a little
I wouldn't say the best, but okay.
travel version. And then Aesop do really good like unisex. It just smells so like woody.
So I'm not familiar with the Aesop fragrance that he's speaking about. I do know the Aesop brands. I have a couple of them and they are very luxurious and very expensive, but there's certain ones that I feel that don't like. There's some lotions and moisturizers and shit like that that personally deviate from fragrance, but I just don't see the value in the price point in some of their products. But some, I mean, that's might be one I want to check out.
This one's far more kind of earthy, I think, than that one. That one's quite floral. It's very hard to find something that you can match that the oils of your skin don't kind of push out and it rejects. And this is one of the few ones I find for me hangs. So I can spray it on a jacket, like a jacket that I'll never wash, and it smells like that. You know what I mean? I could tell you smelling good is essential.
He's 100% accurate on that. You can absolutely spray it on a jacket or some sort of external clothing that you don't plan on washing, or it's not something that you send to the dry cleaner on the regular, and that will absorb in the swine or in the leather fibers and keep you smelling fucking amazing. Now, last and certainly not least, it is the singer-songwriter Charlie Puth, and with a great choice for a fragrance.
This is Creed Green Irish Tweed. I like the way it smells. I don't know a whole lot about perfumes, but I first discovered that this was my scent at the Gramercy Park Hotel.
Green Irish Tweed, my lord. I love this fragrance. It's an OG fragrance, a staple piece in many, and I mean many of people's collection because of the earthy, that lemon verbena, that beautiful wet Central Park smell when you're walking, that morning dew. That I do agree with. It has this greenery scent that has this freshness and this staple presence about it that's unmatched. Good job, Charlie.
Where they had a store nearby, and kind of just on a whim, I was just walking around New York in like September. So I just think of September in New York every time I spray it.
I agree with you, my friend, 100%. September, New York is a great interpretation of what this fragrance smells like. Although that's his particular memory and his situation, I agree. It does have this beautiful late August, September kind of vibe, and it's an absolutely beautiful fragrance that's a staple piece in tons of people's collections. So these were my 5 snippets of GQ essential takes on some of the fragrances. If you guys enjoy this series, please leave a comment below because I know that there's a ton of them. I don't know if any other content creators are doing this type of shit, but if they are, congrats to you. And if they're not, here I go with bringing in the fire. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what is biggest in the game. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga gay, it's a game, but he don't play. Ay, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would